Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Helton's Computer Repair. This is pretty much a big surprise here. You don't see me that much often here on live out here. Mostly trying to start going to go live more often for the YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to get near to hit that 10,000 subscribers, so it's going to be a big push once I finally get that, and I'll be excited. Right now I actually got some cool new things that have changed too. If you want to help out, right now we have added let me see if I can go to my YouTube channel and show this out for you. I have the ability to join the membership right now on the channel. So when we go to my channel, see right here. So I'm gonna go to it real quick. Let me just transition into that. I won't show anything crazy that you'll see. Alrighty, so let me transition to this. So right now you will pretty much have this ability to help me out. We have this join membership right now. It is pretty much $5. Yes, it's $5. I'm trying to start this out. Eventually I'll probably put some lower rates and some different ones like that. But one of the cooler things that has came out to here, and I'm gonna go ahead and click one of my videos real quick and probably pause this for a second, is technically we have this cool feature that is also on here. I'm actually gonna have to scroll this down a little bit more for you. That has this applaud feature. It's freaking pretty cool. I got demo that's able to be out here for limited from people that actually have this ability for it. So that is freaking pretty cool. Trying to see what other channels and stuff is out there. We don't have that too much to talk about. Pretty much mostly just talk about more about the channel. I'm probably going to go through some of my amazing comments. Yes, this is going to be a different on here, especially from comments. We don't know how this is going to come out on there. So we're going to be going through this and probably going by channel videos and see what the most popular ones, and then go to the comments underneath there. So if you do have tech questions or issues, please let me know. That would be very useful. Depending, I might gonna see if I can do like a weekly schedule for this, for pretty much talking, and we'll see how it comes out. Again, if you want to help us out, that would be great. We also have the live chat. Even you can donate right there. I have the ability for that too. So let's go ahead and go into some of the comments of what we seen pretty much. And I'm probably going to zoom this in because it will probably be too small for you to see this. So let me zoom in more. Alrighty, so we're going to go by, let's see if we can go by filters and change this by, I guess we're going to see by the response status, or contain questions. Let's see contain questions if it has any. Alrighty, thank you. Yes, only one view. That's what happens when you get a video that has just been out less than a few minutes. Sorry about that. This is a common question that I'm getting here that has happened on the SOCKS 5 proxy on BitTorrent using NordVPN. Now, honestly, I'm not really sure. I know that by default it uses 80, but to put it more secure using for the SOCKS 5, I was told to use 1080. If you would want to probably find out more, then you can probably check it out on the web through Google and stuff like that. I'm not a big detail, I just leave it on 1080 if you ever needed to use that. Simple as that. This person right here, Peter Peng, awesome person. I'm not telling you what this is for, but he's a big thank you for that on one of my videos for it. If you have an Instagram, well, I gave this person an Instagram channel right here, but it seems that they didn't really want to respond. I'm still waiting for that text back here on, on the Instagram, if you ever decide to. Continue scrolling through. I really have a default recovery enabled option that says yes. What do you want me to do? Well, the whole point of this video is kind of to disable the automatic, if you think about it. I have tried following this, but no more options, free versions, and it forces to choose a trial versions. Now, honestly, it doesn't even matter. You can still run the trial on Malwarebytes after the 14 days. That will be gone. After that, you'll pretty much turn into that trial ended, and it's just going to be the standard free version after it. So that's pretty much an option that you can choose. This is a funny one right here. Now, I've had this video that I've made before, and by typo I use a audio system from Phoronix. Focusrite, actually. Wrong naming scheme. Focusrite, and it's pretty much for audio used for pretty much instruments and stuff like that. So that's why it kind of gets a typo. That's what the mic I'm actually using right now for it. So if that ever does happen, you understand why it got there. Why do you like that? Like, you have no tongue smooth and hardly understand. Well, I'm sorry. I talk very quick and very fast. And it's just how I am. If you are not coordinated to be able to hear me talking quick, if I can talk even faster, will this really bother you? Like that, then you would understand it's too darn bad. Slow down the video in a slower motion and you can be able to hear me more clear. Also, it's a little high on voice like that too. Do that. What's my username? I'm stuck here. Well, I am not going to give you my username. It's called You Should Get an Account from NordVPN. From there, NordVPN is not a sponsor for me. It's actually, I just have it myself and I decided to make some videos for it on it like that. If you are probably hearing me on the side, there's some dogs outside. It's normal. Does not work. Now, I get this pretty much often from lots of people that it does not work, but I cannot consider that it doesn't work if you have not shown me what you've done wrong. Now, I understand if you have a computer that is a Windows 10 S edition, then I would understand it doesn't work because you can't install any third-party programs on there. You can only install regular Microsoft programs that are trusted to there, unless you upgrade it to pretty much a paid license key that I've actually made a video on there that you can probably look it up too. And I'll show you how to get it and be able to install programs on there. After I install services, it said not allowed. Why? You might have an antivirus that might be blocking it or something within the firewall that's not allowing it to go through on those services. Or technically, I know this happens a lot to lots of students that are here on the YouTube channel. I don't know what's up with them, that it's usually kids that are on this that like to see this video sometimes. But they have trying to use their school laptop and it's not going to work if they already have everything restricted for you. This one right here, I am scared. Does it give any viruses? Literally, the only point you can get a virus from paint.net is if you click one of the ads that are seen on there, because oh my gosh, every site today has so many ads and I don't know how many times that happens on there. How to disable the Action Center in Windows 10 doesn't work for me. I'm going to tell you this straight up. You can disable that Action Center unless you're restricted and you don't have permission. That will work. That has been existed, I think, since like Windows Vista. Windows Vista was a stupid pop-up thing that would aggravate so badly the Action Center. Probably had a different name scheme. But Windows 7, Windows 8 has the exact same thing of those pop-ups on the Action Center. Pretty much when it prompts you when you open up something that needs administrative rights and it asks you to click yes. It's the same thing on my videos when I click on the answer, press yes. Yeah, something's wrong on yours. So if you do want to figure out why, I can probably show you, or literally on this I can go on my Discord channel on there if you want to follow that link and get more of the tech issues and I'll be able to help you out on this. Can you tell me how to download Windows 10 Home from a Windows 10 Pro PC? When I download the USB, only downloads on the Pro version. Actually, you have to be a little careful how you download it. When you download this program, it can be done, but you have to choose like want to save it into a. You have to save it onto a different computer. It has that option when you do it. And I'll probably make a video how to show you how to download it. Also, there's a bit if you want to have the 32-bit or the 64-bit. Also, there's even the option I could probably make to show you how to download the Windows 10 Enterprise Edition on there too. It's very simple. And even if you had the home, again, there's one of my videos that shows you how to get it there for like $5. So later down the road, if you do want to, I'm gonna go ahead and like this right here. And if you want to respond back to me about this, I will go ahead and make a video on it for you. How to uninstall AVG antivirus free. It says you need a administrator. Well, that means you don't have rights on it. This is someone else's computer. Well, that's pretty much what it is. You're restricted. You don't get that option. Why is this so sided? One-sided. Oh, that's a sound. That's normal. Why does it say when I download it, the file cannot be downloaded securely? You might have something blocking within it. Maybe some type of antivirus causing this. It depends what type of browser too. Honestly, it's iCloud. I don't know how to explain that. Download can't be downloaded securely. You might have an old computer, maybe like a Windows XP. It could be your time on the computer. If the time's off like that, it could get that same issue too. That is possible on this. I don't know exactly until you can give me more details about it. Again, most of these tutorials and troubleshootings like this, if you do want to join the Discord, just message us through there or message me on here. prompt me for it and let me know, and I'll be able to respond. Instead of complaining, just ask the question. Why don't you just make it so in need three passwords? You know, that can be done, but that's more pain in the butt to do. It's the PIN. I honestly don't even use the PIN. I use the password all the time. PIN is technically, yes, it can be done super easy with numbers, but then also numbers is just 4 numbers is kind of unsecure, so if a person can remember it like nothing if they see you doing that. What if it stopping you from going to actual site? What do you do then? Well, then you'll download from another site. There's simple sites like oh, you're gonna see a train coming up. That's not really an option here, so if it does come up, I'm sorry. Now, if you do have options like this, I know for sure it doesn't even have to download from that channel itself from Discord. You can download from like FileHippo, you can download from CNET, and I'm not even a big fan of CNET, so be careful how you download. There's so many other sites to get it. You can probably just go to Google and type in download Discord and you'll probably find it. Now, if a person gives you a specific link and tells you to download it on this specific link on a person, this is, I understand, I made some shortcuts before links and they are genuine, but other ones that tell you like, yeah, sure, download this file and run it, then you're probably going to get malware and get yourself encrypted on there, how it goes. So be very careful on that options. How do you completely uninstall apps? I've actually made a video before in the past. You have to just look it up on my channel. It's pretty simple. You can really use a very program called Revo Uninstaller, and that literally can uninstall every single file to registry things and data has been seen. Now you understand everything gets deleted and uninstalled on your computer, but there's usually files still get saved in there regardless. You would have to understand like that. You would have to know more into depth how techs actually do that situations for it. Let's see what else. I have a shortcut created on the home screen, but it won't allow me to open it. Now, have you ever tried this going, I know you have a shortcut on it on the desktop on the home screen, but have you tried going to the start menu and clicking that link and see if it actually works? Or if it has changed, have you right clicked on it, select properties, and this is actually a little trick on it. So let's say we have the program right here. Right click on, we'll select it, then right click on it, select properties, and see if that file is actually be able to be found. Sometimes it could be a missed location and it'll be a shortcut that doesn't exist there anymore. Once you do this, will it never come back again? You know, honestly, it won't come back unless you somehow have malware on your computer or you're the one that downloads a program and it randomly gets tossed in there. Now technically there are programs that get installed and it has additional stuff on there, and lots of people like to just press next on programs without reading the little terms and conditions or what's being listed on the installation. So you need to be very careful what you choose on there for it. Can you speak slowly? I am sorry, I talk very quickly, so make the video run slower. Now, when this is pretty much on a laptop screen, I do repair laptop screens, so if you do have a cracked screen and it has problems or you need it to be repaired, just contact us or message me on there and literally just ship it to me and I'll be able to make a video and also repair that screen for you. The only thing you're going to have to cost is the labor. That's pretty much like 50 bucks. I'll even go to that price further if you bring it up, and the cost of the screen for it. Pretty cheap around there, so pretty much you're looking like 100, 120 depending on the average on there. Also, will cover for the shipment sending back on there. And this person responded back, thank you so much. In the past, I ordered what I thought was the correct data connector. I bet it was at 40 and ended up returning it because it was too big for it. Yes, you do have to be careful what you're getting for. So an example, if you have one that has a let's say we had one that has the touch features on it like that, or has additional features, or slim. Newer ones have that. They have pretty much have 40 pins. And other ones are the exact same thing that doesn't have the touch screen, and that can cause problems on it. Depending on different models of the resolutions too. If you have a higher resolution on your laptop, then you probably have more pins that's needed for it to push out for it. So that does have to be careful on there. How to down install Discord. Let's see what this one's. Sorry, but there's always has been one person Sorry, but there always has to be the one person that's me that is app free. Yes, Discord free. Yes, it is free. No cost at all. Why Windows Defender keeps blocking it and messing it up. Again, you would have to look into. Again, all these videos on that I make are pretty much just simple videos that are tutorials on installation and stuff like that. I haven't went into too depth onto steps and too much. Now I'm probably gonna make some like registry or group policies or tutorials to pretty much tweak your computer, stuff like that, videos too. But when you go to this on to uTorrent, if you just go to uTorrent on their site and go to troubleshoot, they'll probably have an instructions to show you what's causing your system blocking it like that. Now Windows Defender keeps blocking it. Well, how about you go to YouTube and just search a video called Windows Defender how to block it. So pretty much how to block Windows Defender on Windows, whatever you have, like Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 8, you get the point. It depends on there what you're going to choose. Hello, what if I made administrator in command prompt and can I disable it in PowerShell because it's access denied and I can't disable it in command prompt? Again, let's see how your question is trying to explain this. What if I made administrator in command prompt? Can I disable it? Yes, you can, but you would have to, for sure, has to have another user that's on administrator. And also, it has to have administrator rights for there. And you also would have to run command prompt or PowerShell as administrator for this to work. Now, there's other third-party programs that you can get, and I'll probably make some videos on here. They're pretty much ones that we use to remove password removals and stuff like that. And they have the ability to enable or disable it on there. So might just need to look them up, and probably later down the road I will show you how to get to them. How come we can't delete it then? Okay, this is one of the most common ones that I get here often. There was a ransomware that came out and it pushes out to people called the Spy Hunter. Now, Spy Hunter actually is a regular program that can clean up your computer, but they made a ransomware that was called the exact same thing, and people assumed that it was the same thing on the Spy Hunter, and this caused problems. So when people say like, how come we can't delete it then, it probably seems that you probably have the program installed. Another one is if it's been installed on a person that is limited, so let's say if a administrator downloaded it, that means a person that had admin rights installed this program, then you don't have the option to uninstall it. It could be being used, let's say if a school or a business used it like this. That can be the same situations. When you have businesses or schools or programs that are set up for those laptops, they're assigned like that. So when you don't have permissions, it's set that for a reason for you. Not including other ones. They actually have other stuff like Deep Freeze from Phoronix, and there's like Centurion. That's another good program that they've used also to freeze the computer. So what happens is that you have data sitting on your computer, and then you just restart the computer, and then all the data pretty much disappears. And then you wonder what happened to your stuff that you saved on there. Yes, that happens a lot. Bro, I have an antivirus, but the app not have. Oh, sentence is killing me on this. Bro, I have antivirus, but is app not have. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how to explain this. Bro, I have an antivirus, but its apps not have. I search it, it has. Now what? Is it saying that you don't have it on there, but it's still running in background? I'm sorry, I can't. I need some help on this sentence. If someone can help me on this, maybe you'll see what this can go. Would you get a virus from this? Again, no, I've never got a virus from the paint.net. I have antivirus. When I scan it, it shows a threat found on PUA. Now, if you do have another antivirus protection, Spy Hunter, if it's the correct Spy Hunter that you downloaded, it may think that it's a threat like this. Now, this happens all the time. It's like downloading like Bitdefender, or some big programs are out there like Bitdefender. I'm trying to think some big ones out there. It's just coming to my head, like an example like Norton or McAfee or something. They might think that a separate third-party program might consider as a threat. They're not always like that. You might need to add it to exception and to ignore it to accept that program for you to run it. That happens sometimes. That's the same person. Is this a mechanical keyboard? No, it's not a mechanical keyboard. Well, it's not. No, it's a laptop. It presses a button that clicks the plastic that presses the touch ability. It's not a mechanical. Mechanically, I would assume there would be more actual like clicking metal when you hear those sounds on it like that. It's mostly on a desktop computers that if you buy those like $100, you know what I mean? I have a problem when I extract uTorrent, nothing happens. I don't know how and why. Can someone help? Please help me. I need to see what you're doing on this. I don't know why you're extracting the uTorrent. If I'm correct, I think when you download it, it's just an exe file. So unless you changed your file type on an exe file, that might be the problem. But it can't be that, because then any program that you click on that exe file, it would probably prompt you and execute. So you be sure you're actually doing the same thing, or if everything's correct. What about antivirus mobile security in Androids? I can't remove or uninstall. Can you please help? Now, if you are a person that has an antivirus on your mobile, you might have, especially Android, you might have some bad luck on there. Is it one like a regular antivirus that you got installed randomly? Did it get installed from a third party that could be related to it? Did they restrict that on your phone? Because it's Android. Android is has some cool features that you can customizations and stuff like that, but they do have lots of vulnerabilities and security issues that happens on the side note for it. Honestly, I've had Androids for a very long time, but since iPhone 4, if I'm correctly, I've been using an iPhone since then. Now, I'm not one of the one person that comes like this and gets the next iPhone every time. I actually have an iPhone 10, pretty much going to be 3 years now, and I'm probably not going to change anytime soon until it comes to die. Like the one I had before that was an iPhone 6, so yeah, I skipped a big chunk right there. For 6 and 6S, then 7, then 8, and which one was it? The 5 SE, or the iPhone SE came out, and so then all those came out and still haven't changed yet. What does Avast do? My dad clicked on a fake Facebook link and a virus pop-up showed up, and then it says dad restarted the laptop. Guess what was on the laptop? I don't want to install an uninstaller on people to create a virus. What did I put on this? Antivirus protection, virus people are saying won't do a thing. You probably got a scam one. Those scam ones happens all the time. Trust me, if you want to check out some channels, you can look them up for scamming people, pretty much, on tech questions. I would have to think of what the channel is. Maybe down the road I'll show you what it is. You just reset my whole PC. I don't know how. Now, I didn't do anything. This is a common one. Can't uninstall Avast. How to remove Avast antivirus completely. Okay, first thing you need to know. If you are a user that's local, then this policy will be perfectly fine with no issues at all. If you have a user that is joined in pretty much a Microsoft account that you created and set up, and you don't have a local user, then you're probably going to get in a sticky situation when you go into safe mode on there. Now, when people say that you get stuck in safe mode, literally all you have to do is hold the shift key, restart the computer, hold the shift key literally, and press restart, and it'll go to pretty much the boot options on there. From there you can boot normal and just exit without having to go into safe mode. I literally have done that so many times, and yet people still get stuck there. Now, if the person went to there to reset the whole PC, I don't know what the heck you did, dude. And this happens a lot on this video. I think I already made text tutorials and showed you how to do this, but yet people don't read the text. Is this Bill Gates teaching me how to download torrent? No, I am not Bill Gates. How do you reinstall Notepad? I just disappeared one day and I do not know how to. Pretty simple. If you're looking for the regular Notepad++, I think if I'm correctly, it's pretty simple. Just go to Microsoft Store, type in Notepad, and if I'm correct, let's check it right now if I don't have it right here. So we're going to go to here, and we're going to go to search, and we're going to go ahead and type in Notepad. And there's Windows Notepad literally just sitting here right there. There's literally Notepad. That's the different third-party ones. Let's actually see if we can find the correct one. It may not show up here because I actually already have it installed, and this may not be the current 204. No, this is actually the regular Windows Notepad right here. So if you are having problems on that Notepad, just click this link, download it. Conclusion is, if you want a better one, I really trust Notepad++ a lot more on this choice for it. It's a lot better. It says allow Paint.net to make changes to your device. Do I press yes or no? Well, if you want it to be installed, I would say yes. Can somebody please help me? I need Paint.net to make a shirt, but I can't download it and just says fatal error during installation. I would have to see what your computer is doing. You might be limited. You may not write an administrator. It could be something related. I don't know. How to get a username and password. How do I get my username and password? Are you trying to get your, like on the simple NordVPN, create an account on there. That's what you do. Pretty simple. Will Teller, are you sure it does contain a virus, and also does it make your address and stuff? It's Paint.net, dude. I've used Paint.net. It's really like a third-party one. If you don't like Paint.net, then download GIMP, another very good program like that. And if it's so much of a bother than this, then pay for the Adobe Photoshop if it's so much of a bother for you. It would be a great choice to do that if you don't care about the cost. How to remove Malwarebytes from laptop. I don't understand how to explain this. How to remove. It's like you're telling me, but I guess you're asking. I actually made a video on how to download Malwarebytes on it. What is the username and password for the connection screen? Please help. I'm not going to give you my username and password. The person underneath was smart right here. You must use credentials found on your NordVPN dashboard when you log into your accounts. Yes, you would have to pay for this program for it. You can get a trial, if I'm correctly, from there for setting it up. Why is mine, when I click BitTorrent installer, just extracts and nothing happens? I don't know what you're doing, people. Unless you're clicking it and you might have a Windows S edition, Windows 10 S. That's probably prompting you like that. Oh, did I say antivirus? I meant virus. Oh, this is the most common situation that I get a lot from people. People are trying to use one of my videos that tells you how to remove Avast antivirus for it. Now, antivirus from Avast isn't a virus at all. It's a very good, decent program. The only downfall that comes into place is that it hurts the performance of your computer. So if you have a computer that already runs slow, that's not designed with an SSD and not a lot of RAM or graphics and stuff like that, then you understand you're going to have some big performance downfall on it. Now, if you don't like Avast, then you can go to another program called AVG, very similar, and you can pretty much use the exact same systems and security scans that comes out to there too. Now, the conclusion thing even more that's crazy about this that people don't know about is that Avast and AVG are pretty much partnered. I think if I was correctly, AVG bought off Avast. So technically, they're two different programs, but they run on the same scripts of antivirus the same on there. So you're pretty much looking the same thing together. So when people like the AVG, well, you're kind of using the same stuff that Avast was doing. Now, if you don't like neither of those, simple one that I like to use, and it's kind of limited on it, is Avira. Use Avira. Simple program. Download it, run it, and you'll be good on there. Now, if you don't want to use any of those, then use your wonderful Windows Defender. Well, Microsoft Defender. They changed their names if I'm correct. It's useful, it'll help out, but trust me, I have had that still happen from people getting infected from there. Why, when I download files, it's coming with a virus? You must be downloading incorrectly. I guess if you're installing other software, that like the person's saying right here, you need to uncheck boxes that allows FileZilla to install extra software. It's probably prompted for that other third-party software on there. FileZilla is not a virus at all. I've used that, or schools use that, businesses use that, I've used that. Sharing folders with other people also, we use it all the time for this. So it's nothing within a virus. So if you're getting it, you might be downloading it incorrectly. What if happens if, oh my gosh, what if happen if I remove the product key? Can we still get software updates? Yes, technically on Windows 10 you can still get updates on there. We're not like Windows XP or Windows. Yeah, I used to remember, if I was correctly, Windows XP. Pretty much if you didn't have the... This might be also related with Windows 7. It's been so long since I've used those systems. I know on Windows XP, if you didn't have the activations, then it'll pretty much block you out before you even sign in, and you'll be pretty much stuck there until you pay or get it through there. There was a way to trick this on there. You'll go to like Windows XP, you'll go to there and you'll select information, then you go to details, then you'll right click on the icon, then you'll go to help, and somehow you open up Explore, like the Internet Explorer. Then from there you will type in cmd.exe on there and open up like a task, and that task you'll kill Explorer, so kill the whole display, then you open up Explorer, and now you bypassed the Windows XP sign in. Pain in the butt, yes. Alright, I recently just got a click from someone right now, so I guess I'll come back to that one in a bit. Will this delete my OS and my files? No, it won't delete your files. Again, also, you're deactivating Windows. Now, sometimes some stuff can always work with that. So you can deactivate Windows on there, but if you have a computer that came with a license key that's physically on there with the hardware, you're probably stuck with that same key. You won't get that option to be used on another one. It's very rare if it ever lets you pass through there. If it does, it's a miracle. Hi, can you please solve my issue? Whenever I complete the uTorrent setup, and then I do all the steps and says except installing other softwares. When I complete the setup, nothing happens. I've turned off everything, including firewall, and still nothing has happened. Honestly, I would have to see what you're doing. Secret on there, you can pretty much install the uTorrent and click run, and it may not even pop up. It might just be on the right down corner, like right here, and you might just need to select it. It could be. I don't know what it is until you show me more details. What you're seeing there. How come you have no comments and barely likes? Let's see. How come you have no comments and barely likes? Let's see this video right here, how to uninstall, and see how many comments that we have right now. We have a big chunk, couple of them right here. Again, it's not a big popular program on Paint.net, and other people need this to uninstall the program here for it. How can I know if it's completely uninstalling? If you want to uninstall it correctly, then use Revit Uninstaller. It'll pretty much delete all of the files, the registry files, and stuff that's there too for it. Doesn't open after installing. I don't know. This is happening to so many people, and I don't know what you're getting on here. If you do have an antivirus protection, it might be blocking it. It could be possible on there. It would be nice if you can explain more details and I can troubleshoot this. In my whole lifetime, I have never had a moment whenever uTorrent did not want to open on this. Unless you have a limited user or something like that, then it has to be something that's causing it. Why did you click on the mirror link? What mirror link are you talking about? Oh, the mirror link for a Qubit torrent? Might be possible if I clicked the link for it. It's called a mirror link. Welcome to download sites. How did you make your intro? The intro was actually a little clever. You need Adobe After Effects to create this intro. Also, you would have to go to other sites and search for layouts and designs. I am not a person that can throw all my time into Adobe After Effects. I would love to learn it, but it'll probably take some time for that to come in place for it. You can probably just go to YouTube and I'll show you how to make some videos on intro. The intro literally was like $10, and then the rest I just edited on Adobe After Effects, and voila, there's the video. Now the little clips are just add-ons I use from there. I actually use a program called Camtasia. I would like to use some bigger programs like that, like the Sony Vegas and like the Adobe Premiere and stuff like that. But the programs I'm doing is just a video capture, so I don't need nothing major for it. Who is this? If I suppose, who is this person named Roy Chapa? What are you doing here? Why for me, says virus. You must have something downloaded incorrectly. I guess it technically is a virus unless you connect the firewall for it to go through for it. How can I disable Win settings and leave control settings working? What Win settings are you trying to disable? Like regular settings? I don't know if you can do like that. Half of the stuff now on control panel has transitioned into settings. So let's say, for example, go to control panel, then you're going to want to change the, let's say, the desktop background. It's going to transfer you to a newer layout from the settings on there. It's not going to give you that option for it. Does anyone know if I can reset my PIN code by using an Android phone only? Because I've got a big problem here. I used my PIN code as my login code, but I forgot it, so I can't get past the login screen. But I need to be connected to internet on my laptop to reset the code. But I'm unable to log into the internet. You can simply trick that real easy. If your laptop has a USB, you can buy a USB to Ethernet adapter, plug it direct, and usually Windows 10 will automatically come on there and let it connect. Once you connect it, you can get it through. Second options, you can just simply use a Windows CD, and there's some tricks on there underneath how to bypass your password. There's also other options, and you can go to the web, how to remove Windows password. I know it says PIN, but you actually can get that removed from there too. It doesn't have to be just the PIN to remove that, so it can be skipped real easy. Another option, take it to the local computer tech. They should be able to remove the password. Now if they don't, then God bless you. I don't know what to tell you. I've removed passwords so many times before for people. Can I have a request? Do you know how to download a Lost Network and Bluetooth controller? Please, it would be really nice how to download and find a simple request. Are you trying to find a Bluetooth network device, something like that? It doesn't always work like that. Some things can be traced and some can't for it. Now these text messages are pretty much getting a little low for this, old on this, but I'll probably go up to maybe about 3 months on this because I never get to see these at all. Am I safe now after uninstalling CCleaner and related registry values? CCleaner is actually a very good program. It's nothing wrong with CCleaner. CCleaner is very used to clean up your computer, to clean up temp files, stuff from there. Stuff like this, for example. I'm going to go to here. Well, cancel that. I'm going to go to the start menu. And I'm going to go ahead and type in this little script. And it's going to bring temp. And you see all these temp files that are sitting on here? These are all files that needs to be deleted, pretty much. And you can delete them manually like this, if you want to. Or you can simply just use CCleaner, and that will pretty much do the work for you. It's pretty much that simple. So CCleaner, excellent program. You should use it very often. There is an app called Windows Defender, and it's installed on my default. That is a default program that comes with Windows. You can probably disable that underneath services. You can also use third parties to disable it. I've actually made a video on myself. You can probably just search it up from us, how to on Windows Defender. Pretty simple, and I'll show you how to get rid of that. How can I download video use uTorrent? Are you trying to download this video? Just go to Google and just type in download YouTube videos, paste the link, download it. Literally. I'll go ahead and love you to download it, and as long as you don't repost it, because every time it gets reposted on here from people, I'm not a big fan of people copying my videos. I would like to do as a reference, that's okay, but a whole thing, well then you're probably gonna get copyright strike depending on there. I'm not a big fan on that. It didn't work for me, and I follow the steps. Also at minute 32 for authentications. Why do you use NordVPN accounts for that? Again, you have to have an account for NordVPN. NordVPN is an excellent program. I use this all the time. It pretty much traces your butt from where you're at. You can pretend you're somewhere else. If you're trying to go to a specific site or something like that and it's blocked in your country, then you can simply cross over and choose an example. So let's say if you're across country and you want to watch a video and it's being blocked, it's only allowed in US, then swap over, pretend you're in US, and then you'll be able to get through there. You really have to see more videos on it for it. So again, you can pay for this thing cheap, probably like a few bucks a month. You can pay yearly. You can pay it for about 3 years worth altogether for maybe like $80 for special deals when they come out like that. So think about it. 3 years, let's just pretend like this. If let's say 3 years and you have to pay $99 and you're only paying $33 a year, it's kind of a steal if you think about it. Or you can pay monthly if you want to pay those. I don't know what their values are. Let's just check that out real quick. We're gonna go ahead and go to NordVPN right now. NordVPN.com. I spelled it correctly. Thought I misspelled it. And here's NordVPN, and here's an advertisement right now. So grab your deal. Let's see what the deal tells us. for it. So if you want to pay monthly, that's 1 year plan right there for $5.79 a month. If you pay it 1 year plan, so that's if you pay it one time for first year. You can pay the monthly plan for $11, but again, $5.75 is nothing on there. You actually can look for special deals when you go even cheaper for this. I literally have seen it go all the way down to like $1.79 or something like that before on the month on special time, special stuff. Or let's say if you look at it, they like to track what you get on there on cookies and stuff like that too. So pretend you're going to NordVPN, go to there and look into details about it, stuff like that. Then go to like Facebook on your computer and surf around, see what's there. And randomly coincidence, you'll get more details about it and might start appearing for a special deal. Another thing is you pay for 1 month, get on there NordVPN, use that 1 month, cancel it, then let it run and get in emails. You actually check your emails instead of just letting your emails for spam. Yeah. Actually use it for an email. You'll probably get some response backs from NordVPN for a special deal from there, and you'll be a lot discounted for that choice too. Let's see what else is there. Bro, when I start the installation, it takes loading, but never finish. What should I do? I have no clue what you have, man. You need to see what you're doing. I was able to delete it, and it's no longer. And I checked on control panels, and it's not there either. Am I good? Well, if you don't see the program anymore, like I've made on this video before, you're probably good on it. Do I need to disable deep screen first for this to work? I don't think you need to. Technically, I think when you kill the program, it's probably going to kill itself on deep screen on it for it. What I meant by add an exception for uTorrent on which firewall. On your firewall, you can put in exceptions on there, and you can go to videos on it, and that will allow it to pass through. Now, technically, if you do have an antivirus protection, it might be blocking uTorrent too, so you need to be looking into details about it. I just downloaded uTorrent. I got applications come up, and up to can you delete Opera. This is simple as is. Oh, the answer box search. I've made a video on there on the answer box for it, and it's actually helped out so many people for that. The answer box happened to me too without me even knowing. When you install uTorrent, you have to go very careful of what you're installing on there and uncheck what you can't. That answer box is nothing major. It pretty much just pops up on your computer and tells you how to remove it. It's literally just an add on the top. Just uninstall it. I've made a video myself. I don't know if this video itself is someone else's. Let's see what it goes to. And let's pause it. Okay, it's one of my own videos, so it doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah, I made a video how to remove that for you. It's very useful. How long have I been up for right now? Let's take a look and see. Probably been up for about 50 minutes, possibly. Let's continue scrolling down for another about 10 minutes and see how this goes. It says if I want to make changes to this computer, I click yes and nothing happens. What the F? It's not installing. I need to see what you're doing on your computer again. I don't know what to tell you. Probably just troubleshoot and see what you can do. How can I remove and connect to the internet to activate Windows and get Windows is not activated? If you're trying to remove your product key, then you might be limited on there. If it's something that's physically on a product key and you can't remove it, you probably don't get that option to reuse it. It's probably set up for that hardware. Now, technically, there's some sites there you could probably get it for like $5, maybe tops, maybe like $20, and it's so much easier to do for this choice for it. If you look at some of my videos through there, they'll show you how to download discount for Windows 10 keys for cheap. Probably make some other videos how to get like Office for cheap and stuff like that too. Hello there, can you help me with this installation? It says error. In installation, it never installs. I removed the total security versions and had Bitdefender using their utilities, but still Bitdefender free is still not installing. I don't know what you're having a problem that's causing it. You might have another antivirus that's blocking it. You might have a limited user on there on your computer. If it's like an example you're using it from a school or something like that, you might be restricted from installing it. Bitdefender is a very good program, and I would recommend there. If I'm correctly, Bitdefender actually has a free version for you, and it's an excellent one. Now, it's not the full feature, kind of like for the paid version, but you can still install the program, and you'll have access to see logs and details of what viruses have been infected on your account when you log into Bitdefender. Excellent program, very useful. Myself, I don't really use an antivirus for it. It's been many years for it, but it pretty much helps out for people who aren't sure what you're downloading and what you're clicking. That will prevent these issues. Saying wait for 48 hours after scanning or buy the product. Unless you have the Spy Hunter, the correct Spy Hunter 5, you might have the ransomware version on there too. I've never had to wait 48 hours for this on it. Maybe it's just a trial on there. Let's continue scrolling through. Hi, I have a question about the installation. Whenever I click accept, the terms and conditions of FileZilla closes and I can't continue. Next step, is there a way to fix this? You might need to check up and see what's causing your computer to install it. You might have something blocking it. Oh, the person right here actually gave a link here on the forums on it. It had the same exact issue. After going through some searching, I found this forum. I would actually click this link and see if you actually followed it. I've never had this problem myself. When I clicked uTorrent and it says, do you want this app to make changes to your device? I clicked and yes, nothing happened. I have no clue what you guys are getting. Look at this. It's torrenting, dude. It's a simple program. So unless you have a different program set up on there, I don't know if you're downloading the classical uTorrent or you're downloading the uTorrent for the web browser one, like on Chrome browser or something like that. If you don't like uTorrent, then download BitTorrent, because believe it or not, seems that people really love uTorrent a lot more better than BitTorrent. But the most craziest thing is it actually is the company of BitTorrent. So you're looking at the two identical programs, just a different logo. What is the use of admin accounts? Simple as this. If you have a standard user, you won't be able to install that much programs. Pretty much any programs that needs to be elevated, you're probably going to be prompted that needs to have administrative rights for this to be installed. Now, enabling the administrator account is a good thing that you can, in case you get locked out, you'll have it there. So let's say you have a regular user for yourself, and you want to set up as a standard user, and then but before you do that, you enable the administrator, okay? And you use the administrator just for you, and you have a kid that's going to be using the standard user. You pretty much get the point. So the person will have limited on their end, and you'll have an administrator for it. Now, conclusion, the administrator is mostly common from having it existed from there, like on Windows XP. That would be the backdoor to bypass Windows in case you forgot your password. Literally, when I was a kid, I changed the password on my dad's computer, and I don't remember what I put like that, and my dad had to pay some money here on pretty much to Microsoft, paying like $200 or something like that to get it undone. And literally all you had to do was restart the computer, press F8, go to safe mode. Once you go to safe mode, the administrator will exist there. You'll click that button. I'm doing this straight out of my head without even thinking, just straight in there. You'll go to, after there, you'll go to start menu, then you'll go to control panel, then you'll go to the users, select the other user. You'll see you're trying to change your regular password for administrator, but you choose the other user, and reset the password. And then restart your computer from safe mode, and then you'll be able to log into your new user. It was so simple. This is pretty much the same concept here. You can enable the administrator to reset another user on there. That's pretty much the main point what it's for. You have additional features. Now, when you do have the administrator, I know you're limited on stuff. Like, if I'm correct, you can't use the Microsoft Store. I don't think it actually uses that when you use it. It has changed over time. So that's also changed. Like, I used to remember, like, there used to be, I don't know if they still have it on Windows 10 anymore. There was a time period it did, was the guest user that you can enable. And if I'm correct, I think they have that disabled now on Windows 10 also. But you would have to know how it was back then when, oh, hell, I remember using Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows Millennium Edition, Windows XP, Windows XP Media Creation Edition, if I was correctly, Vista, Windows 8, well, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1. Windows 8 made a big difference from Windows 8. Wasn't a big fan of regular 8. What was the else one? Windows 10 is currently out there. And Windows 10 actually worked on quite a few ones, like on Windows 7, Windows 8, when they were there on development on there. Windows 10 was a big jump change from how the layout was before they had a first layout, and then from that layout it got switched right over to a new layout, and that was when I kind of left out. And I still go on Windows 10, but I don't go into too much depth anymore. You might, what's this person say? I might have work coming up. LOL. Well, what do you have? What type of job? When I try a screen saying about WMI local connection problem rise, how can I avoid it? I myself have not seen that WMI local connection problems. I would have to see what you're getting on this. I don't know if it's on a key or something that you have on your computer, possibly on it. This didn't work. Any more tips? This is uninstall Windows Live Essentials in Windows 10. If you're not able to use that, just download the program Revo Uninstaller and it'll be able to do it. Simple as this. It's a simple program. I don't even know why you need to uninstall it. If it's there, it's there. Just don't use it. Simple as that. Can you help me? Changing the Windows 7 Start Menu Edition wallpaper. Now, when you do this, you have to read the text on it and be careful how you do it. If you actually delete a file, you might get yourself locked out on that computer for it. Windows 7 Starter Edition is pretty outdated now. Now, if you had Windows Starter Edition and you're trying to upgrade that to Windows 10, I think you just get regular Windows 10 now. So, problem solved. If you're still using that today, come on, man. Go to Windows 8 or Windows 10. You're still a little bit better on Windows 7. Now, Windows 7 is still a good system, but you're getting limited eventually, and time's clicking as it goes. Pretty good, but how did you get the special code? That special code is a security code. What happens is you download and install Steam in Windows 10. You have to first create your account first. And when you create your account, you have to enable. Well, I don't think you have to, but I think for security reasons, it's best to enable your authentication on there. I enabled that authentication for it to verify, and what it does, it sends an email to my account. From there, I click that email, and I'll click that code, that special code. That special code, if you saw it, I don't know if I blurred it out or not. Doesn't really matter. It was only valid for that one little bit of time. So once I tiny clicked it, it's not valid anymore. So doesn't really come to that point. Can anyone say me why? Oh my gosh, these texts are coming. Can anyone say me why Avast needs to be uninstalled? It doesn't have to be uninstalled, and no, it is not literally a virus at all. It's an antivirus protection. Simple as that. If you have no problems with your computer and it's not running sluggish or it's not taking forever on startup or anything like that, then you're probably fine on there. Again, I've used Avast for many times, and actually I've used Avast for business class. I've been on that type for a very long time using it too. Very useful, and you can be able to customize and see logs and reports and stuff that comes in there. Pretty much the same thing what you do when you have SCCM, if you ever worked onto that from Microsoft. This is mostly a tech situation right here. If you don't know what it is, you need to look at SCCM. And you have the abilities to maintain and see logs and reports there from Windows or Microsoft Defender, because their naming scheme again changed. Where the tutorial actually begins. Well, I am sorry if I'm telling you an introduction. Get over it. Please, can you say me with the internet? Do you download 10 megabytes in a second? I download it in 3 minutes. It all depends what your internet service provider is. Pretty much. I actually need water. My voice is trying to kill me. Yeah, literally, if you have a slow internet provider, like here in Estados Unidos, gonna run too quick, and all depending on your area too. That depends too. I have Spectrum. I get up 100 megs. I can probably upgrade in my area to maybe about 480. Other places, if I was like 10 miles away, I was probably able to go up to like a gigabit if I could. Pretty much 1,000, but 100 is pretty decent for me, I guess. In this area, it would be better though. Like another place, like 35 miles has an awesome service. It's not going to be Spectrum, it's going to be a third-party one, and it has to go through AT&T because AT&T is the dominant at that location. So a little evil. So when AT&T goes down, everything else goes down too. So that's a pretty moment. It also happens. It's an example you had like T-Mobile and Sprint and Verizon, and the AT&T tower goes down. everybody's down and there's no communication. So good luck with that. That's one thing that hurt when I lived at that location. Helton, can you help me please? Uninstall Cloud or Microsoft Store in Windows 10. Honestly, I get these messages all the time. You'd really have to respond and send it again to me. How many megabytes required to download and install GIMP? GIMP, I think it's, let's see how big is that file, GIMP. GIMP, I think it's maybe like 100, maybe 200 megabytes. I don't think it's too much. What megabytes is GIMP? GIMP is around 3 megabytes. And that may be correctly. I think it's like 200. I think the file, when you first download it, it's probably 3 megabytes for just to execute on there. But I think that when you finally run it, it's about 200 after there. I think it actually tells us right here on the bottom. Windows 200, little around that range. You have GTech. It the best ever. I don't think it may not be the best ever. How's your internet service? Does it work good all the time? Any changes on the weather when it comes like there? If I'm correctly, I think it runs on a pretty much like a tower to tower locations for it. How many megabytes? I'm already to that one. Is Avast bad? Again, it's bad. No, it's not. It's bad if you don't understand it. It's simple as that. Hi, can it be installed in a non-administrator user profile? If I'm correctly, it can technically be installed, but I think if you have the files already executed, like let's say you installed uTorrent and you are able to copy that folder and just paste it on the computer, you might be able to run it. Now you might still be limited on there within the firewall to let it go through, so you might need to judge. So if you have a non-administrator user profile, you may not have that option. You probably need to be elevated for this to work. Probably gonna make a video to show you what apps are actually elevated that's being used and what's not. I don't think I've been made a video on that yet. When I tried to do that, it didn't work, and it said system file error. I have never seen this. -10737418119. I have no clue what it is. Never seen it. Why don't you answer my questions in the comments? I haven't even got a question from you yet. Oh, okay. I literally never got the comment from you. I literally responded whenever you text me. I don't know if you had something that got something blocked. I actually checked your profile to see you didn't get blocked from the list from the help and review, and no, at all. Yes, I have some up here. Actually, I get these often. It's almost like daily. I probably get like 10 or so. Some of them are alright, and some of them are bad language on there, so that's why you don't want to click that link for it right now. Amen. After uninstalling Avast, I can't connect to Wi-Fi. That worked before uninstalling Avast. Can you please help me? You probably just need to troubleshoot it. I've never had that problem before on Avast that caused this. You might need to go search that on the web and see that. Actually, we can probably search that right now. I've literally never seen that. Uninstalled Avast now. Network is not working. Let's see if we find a video on this. No internet after uninstalling Avast. Let's see what Avast tells us. History. Avast kept putting me at 100% CPU, which was odd. That's kind of normal if you have a slow computer. Are you sure it's not an internet service connection issue? You might just need to release that. Something on the like flush release ipconfig. So to this, what happens? Maybe your network's not working. You might just need to type in like cmd and type in ipconfig, and you're gonna go ahead and type in /release, and then renew and allow the internet to reconnect for this. Now, if it doesn't work like that, you might need to go to command prompt and run as administrator. So again, cmd, right click on it, run administrator, and do the same thing. It's telling internet service provider, reset your router, try and restart your router. It tells you that, according to this one, it tells you to download the latest driver from wherever. So depending, you might need to go on another laptop, depending on what you have. So, for example, if you have a Dell, let's say example, we're going to go to Dell.com, And let's say I have a very old laptop that causes this problem. So I'm going to go to support, view all support. And I can probably search the model, or I can probably just type it right here. Let's type in like an L502X. This is one of the old series that I had. From there, you will need to select what current operating system you have. Well, here it is, support. And there's drivers. You need to choose what you're currently using, what operating system. You see this says Windows XP, Windows 8, Windows 7. I actually have Windows 10 on here, and it does work on here. And you'll need to download the one for the network. So choose which you're going to choose. Communications is probably this one right here. Ethernet. You pretty much get the point. If you have a HP, you'll actually search that way. If you have a Dell, you use that. If you have a Vostro, not a Vostro, oh my gosh, Asus, Acer, you know what I mean? All those different things can be useful. You just need to download the correct stuff. Let's continue scrolling down, and probably about 5 minutes I'm probably going to be exiting out on this. It says a fatal JavaScript occurred. What do you do? Now this happened before installing this program called Discord. What you probably need to do is go to Start and go to Settings, and actually cancel that. Right, I'm going to go to that. I'll make this union. So go to Start and go to Search bar right here, and go ahead and type in Control, and it'll bring up Control Panel. From there, it might look different, possibly maybe like this to you. Just go to Programs. Once you get to Programs, go to Programs and Features. And on the left side, you'll see View Installed Updates. That's not the one. Go to the one that says Turn On Features On and Off. And you might need to check the .NET Framework 3.5 for this to work. Actually, check both of them, because also 4.8 is another useful one. Check them. Just the basics. Don't download the additional stuff. Just click those ones and press OK, and then that might be fixing the problem. Then after you install and restart your computer, try and run the program on Discord and see if that fixes that problem. That might just be the whole thing. I don't know what my first password was. So you got locked out because you technically went into safe mode with a pretty much an email account, so you're probably stuck in that point. So yeah. You just hold the shift key, restart the computer, and again, you'll be able to get out of safe mode. Pretty simple. Is this a virus? No, it is not. Oh my gosh. Seems like lots of people on these same questions here a lot. When you're done, what user and password do you enter to get from? Again, NordVPN, create an account. Simple as that. And okay, but is there any way you can delete it? Why do you want to delete the administrator? I don't know if you actually can. I consider that there is a way to delete it. Not the best choice in case you do. Why do you need to just say... I don't understand your choices. It's like saying in case your user gets locked out, you can't get to it. But Avast administrator is the same way. If you wanted to delete it because you want no one to get to it, then I understand like that, but then they could also delete your user too. You're in the same boat. I don't get your point. I did your steps, but I have some files that have Avast. What do I do? Where are they located? On browsers, the person there responded. Simple as this. Download that program, Revel uninstall. It'll literally uninstall everything. Most locations, if you have Avast, you're going to go to Programs and Features uninstalled. Then other locations you'll go for this is probably going to the locations that's going to be is going into C drive. Go to Program Files. See if you see any programs that contains Avast on there. Go to C drive again. Go to Program Files and see if you have anything for Avast there. Another one to get your type in Program Data. It's a hidden folder, and you might have it installed from here too. See, I have Bitdefender folders sitting from here from the past. I don't even need them. See, I can click them. And I can hold the shift key, press delete, and delete those files because I do not need them anymore. You see I have stuff from Foxit software right there. I can delete that, don't need it anymore. I can go to Immunate and delete those files too right there. There's a big list. Now if you're still getting that program running, you probably need to go to the task manager. Pretty much. Open up the task manager. Simple as that. I press the taskbar, task manager right here. And you'll pretty much choose the program if you see it, kill it in task, and help that out for it. And then try and delete the files. My uTorrent won't open at all. Can you please help? I literally need to see it myself. I have not seen it that much. So how long has it been for right now? This is probably going to be one of my longest live ones. This is going to be 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm probably going to be up for 5 more minutes, and then I will be exiting. So any questions, issues, please message me. I am here. Is it virus free? Not enough rights to uninstall uTorrent. What should I do? Plus torrents don't have an icon. That means it never got officially installed. Hey, did you find the solution? You're probably stuck there. Thanks, sir. May I ask why the Windows watermark did not appear? You deactivate Windows and you may not have that watermark until a little later down the road. After Windows 10 doesn't even show it themselves actually that much anyway for it. And if it does, you might need to restart your computer and then eventually it might appear. And it's not like how Windows XP was that it locked you out. And Windows 7 just pretty much just had the watermark on there. Windows 10 probably doesn't even need to show it either, and you'll probably be fine. Now it will probably get you limited. Let's say if you have it not activated, you may not be able to change like your wallpaper and stuff like that, and you might be limited on some settings that you can go to until you get it. But it's nothing too much major for it. Can anyone help? I never made a pin on for Windows and I can't log into my account to change it. Simple as this. If you put a pin on there, usually you put a secondary like a password on there. Now in case you click it, you go on the bottom area, you'll click that button and you can just type in the password. Now if you've got your password and your pin, you're pretty stuck there. Your only option to do is use a third party or simple Windows CD or DVD or flash drive, boot up, and there's some tricks there you can get around and to reset your password. Heck, you can create a new user, you can delete your user, you can disable the administrator, you can enable it, you can delete it. All those things can be done with that simple script from using Windows DVD. I've made some videos before in the past, you might just need to look it up to there. I'm not going to tell you too much because it's a little clever on that video. What if you're downloading a file and you applied the changes with it stop? What you have downloaded that is uploading. I don't know what people have. I've actually had this before, and I have my thing. If I've torrented before, I would probably set up the settings to disable and to stop once it's done. I have never had a problem saying that, oh no, I can't torrent anymore. Trust me, it just blocks it that no one else can upload from you anymore. Or if not, manually stop it yourself. It's so much of a bother. I can only play an audio. It only shows black on the video preview no matter what. I've installed this. Actually, do I even have it on here? I might actually have it right here. Let's see, Windows Movie Maker. No, I do not. This program does work. I don't have the problem at all. Can't uninstall Avast. I love it when people send these messages and I text them back and they don't even respond back. So, yeah, doesn't help too much. It says not comparable with the software. Why? I would say not compatible, not comparable. I love those words that people put. May not support your computer depending on there. Why does nobody have a solution to set up not showing up when it extracts? I don't know how you're all getting this program and extracting uTorrent. If I'm correct, I think uTorrent, when you download it, it's an executable exe file. I don't know what you guys are doing. You have to extract. I literally don't understand that point. You need to extract the exe file you downloaded on the startup. The same problem. Discovered that. Never had it. I just run the file and voila, it runs. When I click less to changes to PC, it says it failed. You may not have permission for those changes to happen. You might have a standard user or restricted user. Watch a video how to fix how I fixed it. And this person probably put a link before. I probably didn't allow it because he was using another video. I get that a lot on here. People like to send messages or respond back out of questions, and they make their video just to consider a credit, and their video is not even telling the truth. They're pretty much just gonna hurt you into a worse issue in the long run. Be careful what you get on there from other people telling you these instructions. it is just me, or after deleting it, my PC went skyrocket. Avast does hurt your computer performance a lot. Once you pretty much deleted Avast or installed it, and you restart your computer, you're going to feel a big performance of that computer. Especially if you have an old computer. If you have old computers, I don't recommend to install Avast for it. I would say install like a Vera for you. Heck, if it was me, I wouldn't even put anything at all. Just leave like Windows Defender, Microsoft Defender on there. Because putting those additional programs will probably hurt the performance on your computer. 2 more minutes. It looks like working. Thank you. I followed you a lot of instructions and teach you how to uninstall this virus, but they are failed. But the folder is still in my operating system disk. How can I delete it completely? I would actually see what you're doing. It's not a virus. Laughing my butt. There's an application you can download called, AVG Clear. Technically, it's the same thing like on Avast. They have a removal tool on this. AVG Clear will pretty much do the same thing, clear out the stuff, and it'll pretty much show you how to get rid of it. Very simple. Now, if you again have a standard user, this policy may not work for you. You might need to log into administrator for this, so be careful. If you try and give all that effort and try and get it and it doesn't work, well, there's your answer. You're probably limited. And about 1 more minute. Hey, once I click on install, it opens a page saying, do you want to allow this application to make changes to your device? I click yes or no, please help. You would press yes if you wanted to take effect. You're installing iTunes on a computer. And that's if you want it to be your default one. Now, if you still use like Windows Media Player, or you use, what's the other program? Honestly, I don't even know. Let's see. I'm just going to type in music. Groove Music. Then you understand I'll probably take over the default one for you. If you don't even use either, then it's no point, really. At 2.21, let's see what this one says. That's the same thing. At 2:21, when I clicked it, it says takes me to Microsoft Store, recommends to install it. So unless you're clicking the wrong site that I gave you on this video, I gave you the correct click for it, you're probably not doing it correctly, then you might have a Windows 10 S that doesn't let you install that program. You might need to upgrade your system for it to work. I'm using Microsoft. If you need to use Chrome. Now, this is pretty much if you're trying to install a different program other than just like Paint.net, let's say if you're trying to install Chrome or other programs that doesn't let you install it, it might be related to that same problem on there. You'll need to upgrade your computer from Windows 10 S to Windows Home or Pro that allows those license keys to give you permissions. Once you actually do that, after upgrading, you'll still need to uninstall that S feature for Windows Turn to Normal for it. And you have to pretty much going to here, pretty much the Microsoft Store, and to remove it. You actually search the web. It's been a while since I've actually done that myself. Is this a virus? No, it is not. And this person has yes, and I am going to click this button and remove because it is not a virus at all. Hello, I downloaded CCleaner, and I've already pretty much hit 9:01, so I've already passed more than a minute. I'll finish this last one. Hello, I downloaded CCleaner, and now my keyboard isn't working in Windows search bar and other stuff. Can you help me with this? I really screwing it up. Love your work. Simple as this. Try and restart your computer. Press the power button, let it shut down, power back up, and that might fix the problem. I don't think CCleaner's caused the problem on this. It probably just Explorer's being dumb. You can probably just open up, well, you can't click the start menu, but if you can right click on it and open up the task manager, you can go to here, and it might look like this depending on it. Press more details, scroll down until you see Windows, or pretty much Explorer, and see it says Windows Explorer, there it is, and you'll press restart, and that should probably fix the issue from the start menu for you. And that is pretty much it. I am pretty much done. I went up to about 4 months worth on questions. Let's see, there was a recent one that just came out. Let's see if I can figure out what it was. It's refreshing. 45 minutes ago, right after I clicked this app, a related into info will be uninstalled. The dialog closes and nothing happens. So this does not work for me. Damn Adobe. Tried queuing all the Adobe process and it made no difference to uninstall it. I actually will make a video for Adobe removal tools for it. I think I've had this problem for many people before, and this is one that I've actually had this before on. It wasn't a regular Adobe Acrobat Reader. It was a different program, like Adobe Premiere, and that program did not want to install, so I used a removal tool for it. So later down the road, I'll make a video on it for you. But that is pretty much it. I am finally exiting this. Thank you guys. It has pretty much been one of my longest live streams for it. It's not often I'm ever done that, being live. If you do have any other tech questions, issues, problems, please message me. It would be useful. It's hard for me to see it on YouTube. If you put it on the Discord, it'll be a lot easier and more communications that can be able to help out. And if not, there's my Facebook, there's my Instagram, there's my Twitter. Message me through there from the following links, and I will probably be able to contact you and respond back for you. But that is pretty much it. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you on the next video.